And those very strong winds that went through central Illinois, they just missed us, and we're thankful for that because that was all part of a derecho. Yes, we had one of those sweep through the center portions of Illinois, gusts up to 120 miles per hour in some spots of Iowa and Illinois with that derecho when it came through the Midwest. So that thing definitely packed a punch, and we were right on the outside looking in. We definitely could use the rainfall, but we don't need 100-mile-per-hour gusts. And this thing got its start way back in Wyoming. It definitely got organized over Nebraska, eventually turned into derecho status from Iowa through Illinois, clear all the way over to Indianapolis. There was power outages in that city before finally fizzling out close to Cincinnati as well as Kentucky. So this thing traveled a good 1,000 miles, producing wind damage across the Midwest. Thankfully, things are quiet across the board right now. We don't have any rain in sight, and we'll continue to have that throughout much of Friday. Air quality needs to improve, and it's slowly doing so. You can see spots like Freeport and Stevenson County no longer under an air quality alert. Still have some of these lingering around the I-39 corridor, including Rockford, but those are expected to expire at about midnight, so expecting to see cleaner air finally as we get into tomorrow. At unhealthy levels in some spots now, back up to a moderate for Friday and Saturday, so we don't have to deal with all of the lingering impacts of that smoke once we finally get to the end of the work week. Temperature-wise, we're staying in the upper 60s tonight under a mainly cloudy to partly cloudy sky. Tomorrow, seeing that partly cloudy weather, it gets a little hotter and more humid as we do have the temperatures on the rise back up to the upper 80s. That haze has kind of helped hold temperatures down a little bit the past couple days. With that clearing out, we might heat up a little bit more, but bringing us close to 90 degrees for things like Rockford City Market. So plan on a hot and humid evening ahead with those temperatures staying in those middle to upper 80s throughout the course of the evening hours. Then we have to keep an eye on the weekend. Showers and thunderstorms do look to return. They'll be on and off, so not a washout by any means. The spots most favored right now look to be south of I-88, so these might not be fully across the board either. We'll keep you up to speed on the timing and placement of these storms as we get closer towards the weekend. Temperature-wise, cooling back off again, low 80s by the weekend. Heating back up, though, holiday back up to the 90s for the 4th of July, so be ready for some holiday heat. Then more storms and slightly cooler weather from there. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, there's even the possibility of temperatures in the 70s looking long-term. So we're on a bit of a roller coaster over the next several days or so. Now, because of all the severe weather to our south, as well as that wildfire smoke, we were 5 degrees off, not within that 4-degree guarantee. So Ruth of Rockford wins $143. We'll see if we can round out the month on a high note. We'll see if we can get back on the horse before June is over.
You can call it some early fireworks for Ruth and Rockford. Alex, thanks.